It's no secret Chinese electric vehicles are dominating globally. 2024 was a record-breaking year, with sales surging by more than 40%. Chinese EVs now account for more than two-thirds of the global market share.
How far ahead are Chinese EV brands? I would argue 2 generations. There's even examples of cars that are being released that, to my eye, look more modern than some of the prototypes that are being released by non-Chinese companies at car shows.
Along with batteries and solar power, Chinese EVs have become part of the country's ambition to transition to high-tech growth and a critical export. But the sector's in Washington's sights. Last year, the Biden administration quadrupled tariffs on Chinese EVs to 100%. Under Trump, the US is expected to harden its stance even further. Such moves could put the brakes on what's become a key driver for China's economy. EVs aside, Trump has threatened to impose tariffs of more than 60% on all goods from the country.
It is quite clear that China is growing out of exports. So consumption is really weak, investment is really weak. So what really drives the Chinese economy now is just export. So of course, tariffs from Trump would massively impact the Chinese economy.
The pressure is expected to reverberate throughout export-reliant economies in Asia.
Parts of Asia did benefit from Trump's initial trade war with China as companies shifted production away from the country, but broad-based tariffs this time around could inflict pain across the region.
Oxford Economics predicts non-China Asia will be a net loser, with exports falling by as much as 8%. How much pain there is will depend on how far Trump's tariffs go, and critically, whether he'll target markets China is rerouting its exports through the US.
That's why we really need to see which approach Trump is going to take in terms of tariffs to the rest of Asia.
Experts say while Asia as a whole could hurt, some will weather the storm better than others. How the US diversifies its supply chains could separate winners and losers.
Apple has started producing iPhone in India. There are lots of semiconductor companies that moved to India. There are lots of manufacturing is happening through Vietnamese market. There are lots of manufacturing has moved to Bangladesh. So you will see the gradual growth in all these countries.
With limited reliance on Chinese manufacturing and shared strategic interests with the US, India could benefit in the long term. China, meanwhile, is readying itself for a fight and looks set to deploy stimulus to defend itself. But experts say it'll need to be far-reaching to offset what could be a turbulent ride for Beijing with Trump in office. Jaime Santirso, TRT World, Beijing.